Hi, and welcome to this look at the Sharp AQUOS Board PNLM Series interactive displays. Available in 43-inch and 55-inch class sizes, the PNLM Series is designed for professional collaboration and commercial signage. You can set it up in landscape, portrait, or tilt it for a tablet-like experience, whichever best fits your space and workflow. In this video, we're going to go over interacting with the display and navigating some settings to better customize your experience. To turn on the display, press the power button on the remote control or use the power switch behind the board itself. If this is the board's first time powering on, you'll be prompted to select a language, time zone, date and time, display orientation, and intended use. Then, touch Finish. Once setup is complete, the home screen appears, your central hub for basically everything the board can do. Okay, let's take a quick tour of the home screen. There's the input menu, where you switch the board to different inputs. Active inputs are highlighted, while inactive inputs are grayed out. You can connect laptops or other devices via HDMI or the USB-C port, which is perfect for a single cable BYOD setup. To return to the home screen, just press the home button. In the center is the settings menu, but more on settings later. Below it are sliders to adjust the board's brightness and volume. Of course, the focal point here is the apps section, where you can quickly launch apps installed on the board. The PNLM series features a whiteboard app and a web browser. There's also a file manager that lets you browse, open, and organize files, saving them directly to OneDrive cloud storage, internal memory, or a USB device. From the file manager, you can of course play videos, open PDFs, or play music files here as well. There's also the eShare app for wireless casting to and from the board. Next, there's the Office Suite app, a built-in viewer and editor for Word, Excel, PDF, and PowerPoint files. Out of the box, you'll even find sample files to help you get started. Finally, select All Apps to see the full list of installed applications. Among them is the Updater app, which lets you check for and install the latest firmware and software updates to keep the board running smoothly. Just note, you'll need an admin password to access it. Touch anywhere on the screen to reveal the sidebar. Here you'll find access to the back and home buttons, a preview of running applications. Continuing down the sidebar, you can bring up the overlay board for on-screen annotations. At the bottom is the input menu, used to switch between connected devices. Finally, there's the control panel for quick access to key tools and settings. The control panel lets you access shortcut tools and gives you another way to adjust settings or launch apps if you're not on the home screen. You can mute and unmute the board's audio. You can use screen capture to save a screenshot to the board, capture part of the screen, or the entire display. Just name and save locally. You can also bring a screenshot into the whiteboard. The freeze tool can pause the screen. If you're playing media on the board, it will pause as well. But if you're casting from your laptop to the board, this lets you work on the laptop without the whole class seeing. Eco mode automatically adjusts brightness to help save energy during long sessions. You can also turn on dimming by touch, so the screen brightens only when someone's interacting with it. For comfort, there's a blue light filter that helps reduce eye strain. Turning the backlight off keeps audio playing while the screen goes dark, useful if you're just playing music in a space, for example. And then, you can power down or restart the board right from the control panel without needing the remote. Open settings from the home screen to adjust system preferences, connect to networks, manage installed apps, and configure display options. Beyond the detailed picture and audio settings, the admin settings menu is organized into sections: Input and Output, Schedule, Network, Protect, Setup, Applications, and System, plus an About section for device info. An admin password is required to access these settings, and if this is your initial startup, you can set the admin password here. You're probably familiar with most of the items throughout this menu, but here are a few highlights worth calling out on the PNLM series. Under Input and Output, then Input Change, you'll find Startup Apps. This lets you choose what the board launches into when it powers on, like going straight into the Office Suite app instead of the home screen. You can also rename input modes here for easier reference. In Schedule, you can set automatic power on or off times. Perfect if you want the board ready when the school day starts, and have it shut down after hours without having to think about it. In Protect, then Advanced, then Application Lock, you can restrict access to only approved apps. For example, if you lock File Manager, it disappears from the home screen entirely. In System, then OSD, you'll find options for screen rotation, so the board can be used in landscape or portrait mode. If in portrait, you can arrange the board in tilted desk mode. Just below that is the setting to hide the sidebars entirely, which is useful if the board is in a shared space for digital signage. Now you know how to power up, navigate, and adjust settings on the PNLM series display. For more information, check out our other videos covering the whiteboard app, the overlay board, and the other built-in applications on the display. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you there.